Here's a compilation of why Hasan Piker should be kicked from Twitch. Hey, it's your buddy Moo Juice Magic here, and we're going to go to this unhinged pro-terror Nepo baby, in his own words, and maybe petition Twitch to do something correct about it.
Oh my God, well, Hezbollah is a terrorist organization. Dog, if Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, America is the top terrorist organization, which it is, by the way. America is the top dog in terrorism, and so is Israel. It doesn't even matter. None of this justifies that Palestinians have a right to dignity, a right to emancipation, a right to live free lives, free from this occupation. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
It's because you're a piece of shit.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like, no, Hamas unironically is the lesser evil of the two. If you look at the civilian casualties, if you look at the civilian deaths,
yeah, they just murder and rape women and babies, soldiers, children, old women.
Hamas's percentages are infinitely better than Israel.
No, they're just not as efficient at killing.
He's the leader of Hezbollah, the general secretary of Hezbollah.
What's Hezbollah?
Hezbollah
that small guy?
Hezbollah is the same name.
Okay.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization that is also
they're terrorists.
Part of the Lebanese parliament.
Just say terrorist. No, we don't like them.
I think as a resistance group, they're pretty successful against Israel.
No, they're really not that great.
Oh.
But everybody hates them. Like, everybody in the region. A lot of people don't like them. Like,
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say.
Does he know what One Piece is?
أول شيء بقول لك إنه ممكن هذا
This guy's a terrorist he's interviewing, by the way, guys.
تعرف شو هو One Piece؟ عمرك سمعت ب One Piece؟
أكيد يعني منذ الطفولة وأنا أشاهد ون بيس لوفي.
Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick.
Imagine trying to bond with a terrorist over fucking anime.
That's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
Houthis are going to be turned to powder.
Musicals about like their actions all the time, and they love walking over. They love walking over like the American flag and the Israeli flag side by side.
All you need to know about that side of the fence, guys.
They haven't done it yet.
Look, lions, okay.
They do not care about the heavy missiles. Like, they will literally take the war to them no matter what.
No, what they mean is they'll use women and children as shields like they normally do.
For them, it's an act of resistance. They're streaming this? Yeah. Yeah, they're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Look at their paintball squad. That's a flex.
Right? So, like, their goal
the Houthi paintballers out there.
And show to the world, so, like, other
I like how they're finding cover behind this pylon, this chimney. Brilliant. Because bullets won't go through that.
Literally are like, okay, we're
fucking
not
morons.
the trade route anymore. All of a sudden, if you don't use the trade route, trade gets more expensive for the West. All of a sudden, if you can't use that trade route, the Israeli port is going to get bankrupt. I'm not Palestinian. I don't live in Gaza. I can't speak on, I guess, like the broader analysis beyond the fact that I don't feel comfortable placing the blame of a violent settler colony that has killed and displaced tens of millions of Palestinians.
Completely devoid of reality.
Like, it's appropriate to lay the blame in the hands of anyone that is resisting against their own brutal occupation.
They didn't deserve it, you idiot. My goal is solutions. Your goal is the continuation of violence.
Solutions.
You want way more than 260 people dying. You want every single Palestinian to be executed ruthlessly in the streets so that you can build another theme park in Gaza. You baying pig. You bloodthirsty, violent pig dog.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere. I know, guys, sorry, the Fox News thing. It's just a good compilation that I found. I didn't want to have to sift through it myself. It wasn't something I felt the desire to do, is go through all of his shit and pull clips. So when I found that, I went with the Fox News one. I was being lazy this morning. I woke up and didn't want to deal with all of Hasan's pro-terror rhetoric. So Twitch gives this guy carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wants, and for some reason they don't feel necessary just to remove him from their platform. I think the guy that runs Twitch and him might be butt buddies. I can't prove that. It would just make sense, you know, Occam's razor. I know that the dude that's running Twitch is a big fanboy of Hasan, and Hasan is a big fanboy of terrorists. If I were to guess, he'd probably want to be the human pincushion for him, the relief boy for the squad of Houthi fighters or Hamas fighters. So to clarify, Israel is not occupying things in an aggressive, violent manner. There was a war. Israel was attacked. They took territory. That's what happens in a war. Usually, if you're attacked by someone, you take their territory. That's not an occupation that's been violently done. It's an occupation that's been earned in war. If you lose your territory because you suck at fighting, which is what Hamas does, they hide behind women and children. They make their bombs and have all their weapons manufacturing under hospitals and schools. They do that knowing that Israel has to target those. They do that so they can say, well, Israel gets more civilian casualties. And then they force people into buildings where they know Israelis are dropping bombs. Because Israel's kind enough to drop a dud bomb on top of buildings that won't kill anyone, but let them know, hey, this building's getting destroyed, you need to evacuate. And they'll give them time to evacuate. Hamas will take that as an alarm, and their brain goes off. Says, oh, get all the women and children in this building now. So yes, women and children are absolutely being killed over there, and Hamas is the reason. This isn't a genocide. That is a misconception there. That is actually, it's an outright lie. Israel's not committing a genocide. They're a little tiny speck of population surrounded by Arabs on all sides that want them dead. They're surviving, guys. That's just how you do it. You survive. You fight tooth and nail to keep yourself alive, because the reality of it is Palestinians don't want their land. They don't care about Gaza. They care about getting rid of Israel. That's all they care about, is not having Jews and Christians there. That is the only thing they care about. That's all they've ever cared about. That's what the PLO wanted. That's what Arafat wanted. Let's just be real here. That's why you see this. And you see this with a lot of organizations that are like terrorist organizations. They do things like strap bombs to children. You go up to Afghanistan and they treat little boys like sock puppets for Fifi clubs. If you're in prison, it's a term you could use. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting mindset. It's not westernized, absolutely. Hasan, I guess, is super pro all of those things that we know here to be objectively evil, because in the West, we've actually moved forward as a people. We've moved forward as a society. We don't still dwell in our own dirt and squalor, and we actually build and develop running water that we developed. We don't just occupy it and take it from others, which is what the Arabs have done historically. We come up with surgical practices. The Arabs take over libraries and take credit for surgical practices and things like that. This is historical. You don't get mad at me for it. It's not racist. If you have any inkling to get an education, look it up. These are all things you can find in books. And I'm not talking about crap books that idiot morons write. I'm talking about actual intellectually put together historical things, In school, we used to teach shit like this in school. Now the school systems don't teach anything intelligent, because morons like Hasan have gotten degrees and now they teach in schools. It's an epidemic of stupid. Anyway, Hasan needs to be removed from Twitch because he's pro-terrorist, not because of his opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But when you're actively interviewing terrorists, and that was the craziest thing. This guy is going to go murder innocent people, and Hasan's fanboying over him. Like, I'm pretty sure Hasan went and jerked one off. Just like got a quick plug off at the end there afterwards. Just thinking about this guy's voice. And he's bonding with him over anime. Imagine bonding with someone who murders women and children and all of that, and enjoying their company over anime. It's a mad, mad, mad world. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't figured it out, I am pro-Israel. I don't agree with everything they do, but I understand trying to survive. The irony of the plight of the Palestinians is kind of silly when you compare it to how Israel actually has to live in fear. They don't. I'm kidding. Israel doesn't live in fear because they know they can fight back. They always have. There's a whole war where they got attacked on all sides by all the countries around them, and the war didn't go on for a week, put it that way. And that's how Gaza got occupied, because when you lose in war, the idea that these guys defended like lions is hilarious, because they run away a lot. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below about Hasan. It's crazy this guy has a big following. A lot of people are stupid as hell out there. Anyway, I love you in the face. Moo Juice Magic out.